Hey there, I'm Mary and welcome to my channel, Words and Stitches. Words because I say a lot of them, but I'm going to try to keep it really brief today. I cannot believe we are already in January. I mean, like halfway through January almost. Oh my gosh, it's going so fast. Here in the middle of the country, our weather has been so weird this year. So weird. All the snow's going north of us. We've had 50-degree days, 60-degree days, and then we have these plummets. And so rather than, just sit at home, because I'm hoping February will be snowy and I can get a lot done, I've been out doing stuff and having fun, and I have a lot of things to show you. So this past week has been a wonderful week for me. And, oh, if I didn't tell you, we're quilting. I'm a quilter. If you're new to the channel, whatever. Anyway, I have been so many places. I have some things to tell you about, a couple of things to show you. And then hopefully at the end, I can pop in a little tip for you about something that's come up in my quilting world that I want to help you out with just a little bit. So first thing I want to show you is this. So all my Christmas decorations are down, but would you look at this? Isn't this just beautiful? Look at that. I have never had an amaryllis before. I bought 2 this year, and now I got to figure out how to keep them over the winter and the summer so I can have them again next Christmas. But I have a red one too that has gobs of blooms, but I wanted you to see that. And they're in these neat little wax things, which I have to figure out about planting. I don't know, but oh my gosh, it looks like I'm going to get some more there if I'm really good. I'm going to try. Anyway, I just had to share that because I had never had one before, and I just absolutely love it. So, I want to show you what I did over the weekend real quickly. First of all, I went to Battlefield Lavender in a little town down the road from where I live, and oh my gosh, this candle smells so good. My sister-in-law had bought me one for the holidays, and so we went back and took a class, me and my 2 sisters, my husband's sister and our sister-in-law, and we took this class and we got to make our own. The class was taught by Daniel from Stellaandtucks Candle Company, and I learned a great deal about all the waxes and what's good for your health and what's good for your home and what's good for your, and then I got to make this really pretty candle. So I'm really excited to share that one with you. That was kind of my non-stitchy, non-quilty stuff I wanted to get out of the way, and I will put the I will put any websites in the drop down so that if you're interested in checking them out or ordering something or whatever, you can do that. While I was at Battlefield, I did buy one thing. Well, I bought some lavender stuff because you're in a lavender place. But they had this super cool, now we're getting to the thread. Super cool. It's called wood embroidery. And it is created by Treasured Blessings, which is another Missouri-based company. But look at that. Isn't that cool? So it comes with the wood piece that's already got the little holes burned in it for you to do your embroidery. I think I've got it. Yeah, you can see right there. Right there where I started my back stitching, and right there I got all of the thread, and they're going to be beautiful. These are my colors. I love these colors right here. I love all color, I'll just be honest. But I really like these colors. And it gives you some instructions on how to start and how to finish, and kind of a key to do. I started on mine night before last for a little bit, and then last night I worked on it for a little bit. Something different than what I normally do, because I teach quilting classes and I long arm all the time, that sometimes I need a project that's just for me. That's just something different. And I might save it for a gift. I don't know, but I am crazy about it. So I wanted to show you that. And now I'm going to show you what I did over the weekend that was really extra super cool. I made myself, I don't know if you can see it. Let's back up so you can kind of see it. I made myself a hoodie out of a quilt. Oh, look at that. I still need to hem it. This is the back. I'll throw a few pictures in at the end so that you can see them because I think it is so cute. So I want to tell you a quick story about this before I finish up today. You know, people are making quilt coats, quilt hoodies, quilt everything anymore, and upcycling and repurposing, I think is the word I want. Repurposing stuff for, you know, clothes and trying to be better for our environment. We're trying to save money. We're trying to keep things that we're not quite ready to get rid of, but we're not using and, you know, or wearing or whatever. And so I decided a long time ago I was going to make myself one of those quilt coats. My hair is flying in my face. I was going to make one of those quilt coats. And I really did want to. I still want to. I'm still going to. But I have a real problem cutting up someone else's work. So a lot of people go to thrift stores and antique stores and they find a quilt they like. They bring it home. They use restoration soaps on it. They get it the way they want it. And they repurpose it and turn it into a piece of clothing or something else, pillows, whatever. I struggle with cutting up other people's work. I don't mind cutting up my own stuff or fussing about my own stuff, fussing with my own stuff, that kind of thing. So I had really struggled. Well, I was cleaning up. When you're a long armor and you provide batting and those kinds of things, you often end up with these, oh, even if you're not a long armor, whatever, you end up with pieces of leftover batting. And I had a pile in my closet here in my sewing studio. And I was going through them and I found this quilt that I had made probably 8 years ago, maybe longer. It's a Lori Holt, the Grandma's Flower Garden, something like that. It's in one of her books. And I had used 2.5 inch, I think Moda called them candy stacks, kind of like the charm pack, the little candies, whatever. Now every company has their own name. But I had used those in all different colors and I had made this quilt. So when I got my long arm automated, I decided that I didn't really think that I love this quilt. I love this. I didn't really think that it was something that I could quilt free motion, which is what I did all the time. And so then I got into doing pantographs from the back and I was like, I don't know. Anyway, I was chicken. I was afraid I was going to run it. And I did, but I did it with automation. So when I thought I was getting really good with my automation, I loaded it. Well, when I got it on there, I started noticing mistakes I had made. I had to take the it had been a while since I'd made it. And I've been quilting for 25 years, making quilts for 25 years. I've been sewing much longer than that. Anyway, so I was seeing all the mistakes I had made. And so I even fixed part of the border. Didn't fix it great, but fixed it while it was on the quilting machine. And I had too many spaces between, just things that long armors learn to deal with as they learn their process. I hadn't quite perfected it as much as I thought it was. And I thought, okay, so I'm not going to hang this in a show, that's for sure. And I don't know. I was just kind of disappointed in my work as a piecer and my work as a long armor. And I thought, I don't know. I will finish this at some point. I'm getting messages. I'm doing this on my phone. I'm getting messages and they're distracting me. Anyway, so I folded it up and put it in the closet and thought, I'm going to deal with this on a day that I'm over being irritated with myself. And, you know, I was irritated with myself. Forgot about it over time. And so I was cleaning up all this batting and I pulled that out. Okay, what are you going to do with it? You can just bind it, wash it, use it, whatever. It can be yours. Well, I have a lot of quilts. I have so many quilts in this house. Several of them that we use every day to, you know, wrap up in the winter. just all that kind of stuff. And it hit me, this is your coat or hoodie or your whatever. So I wandered on to a website just looking and to a pattern for an oversized, relaxed kind of hoodie. And that is Sully's Upcycled. Nicest pattern. I tell you, the instructions are basic, to the point, nothing difficult. If you've made any kind of a garment before, you're good. You're good. Lots of tips, great patterns. Great patterns. I'll put it in the drop down below. So I ordered the hoodie pattern. And I got it. And I printed it out. PDF. And I printed it out. And it was like 33 pages because I had so many sizes on it. And I was kind of reluctant to take all that time to fold the edges and tape it together. And I kept thinking, there has to be an easier way. There has to be an easier way. Well, it dawned on me, why couldn't I? Could I? It wasn't really a why couldn't I. It was more of a could I? Could I have it printed on large pattern paper or some kind of paper like a pattern, like the old McCall's Simplicity Butterick, all that, you pull it out. I didn't want that tissue paper because I didn't like that way back when. But I wanted it big like that, where I could cut out my size if I wanted to, because it's my pattern. Or I could cut out the biggest size and trace off, which was just more time. So I found another company I want to tell you about, and it is called Bulkwear. I'll put the link down below. It's so easy. If your PDF pattern has a special file, and I think it's like an A10, AI0. I'll check that too and clarify a little bit, maybe down in the drop down stuff. And I sent that file to them because I had purchased the file. I could send the file to them and have it printed on paper, and it was great. It didn't take a week. I had it back in a week, and I did that through the holidays. So I decided that I needed a break from all the stuff that I'd been working on and doing, and I just wanted to do something that was just for me. Hence the candle class and finding this wooden thing, all of that. So I got busy. I measured. I cut it out. I got it made. I'd picked the wrong size. It was way too big. Sat down, took it all apart. I only had one sleeve in, front, back, one sleeve in the pocket on the front. So I didn't, it wasn't that much. I'd kind of forgotten about, these. Garment making is so different than quilting, Anyway, so I'd kind of forgotten about that. But I got it cut down to the right size and got it all put back together. And yesterday I came home and put the hoodie. This is Monday. I don't know what day. Let's see. Maybe the 12th? January 12th? Something like that. Anyway, so I sat down on the 11th and I put the hood on it and washed it again. And now I'm going to hem it. And I love it. It is so cute. Maybe I can get some pictures of it in full at the end of this video. But it was cool. But I have some tips I want to share with you about upcycling quilts. Okay, so first of all, if you use an older quilt, a quilt you find in a thrift store, an antique store, or whatever, check it. Make sure it's in the condition you want it to be in. Wash it with restoration soap. Get all the years of gunk that just get in fibers. I mean, it happens to everything. And, if it's yellowed, maybe work on the spots a little bit. Wash it. If it's a new quilt that you've made of your own, wash it, shrink it, use the color catchers, whatever you have to do. This quilt is thread heavy. I quilted it densely, and it's thread heavy. So it's not real soft. So if you want one that's soft from the minute you make it, you want an older quilt, or you want to wash whatever you're using more than once. Okay, that would be my first. So that feels like you want it to feel when it's on you. You know, it can take it. It can take it. I hope to wash this one more time pretty soon. I think one more will get it because I washed it before and then I washed it after I got it all together. I wanted to make sure, wasn't sure if I wanted to take a little more out of the sides. So two things then. One, or maybe three. One, you can print off the big pattern, go to a print company. If you can't find one locally to you, check out Folkware. I think it's based in North Carolina. And, you know, they do online. They have some cool patterns if you like Folkware, or they even had, you know, aprons. They have some, notions, different things like that. So, I mean, they're fun to look at anyway, whether you have something to print off or not. Check them out. But so you want to get your pattern set, and you want it to be one that you want to really measure closely. Measure closely, because I went up a size. I'm thinking, how am I going to get this hoodie off and doing all that stuff, and measure closely. And if you think you're this size, I wouldn't necessarily go up a size, just to be sure. I'd go with that size. If you use the Sully's hoodie. Yeah, that's what I would do. All right. Make it your own. Like, I didn't put a quilted pocket on the front. I found some fabric I thought would look cool and just doubled it and made my own pouch kangaroo pocket there, because I didn't think I had enough quilt, and I didn't. I mean, I have a little bit left over, but I also thought it would. They're heavy. They're warm. But so you want to check, you want to make sure about your pattern. You want to make sure about the density of the quilting. If it's been quilted to death, it's going to be thread heavy, and that's going to be stiffer and harder to work with. And try on, try on, try on, try it on, try it on, try it on. Trust me. But those are my tips from my first endeavor into taking a quilt and making it a garment. That was my first time. So now I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to make another quilt it much lighter and make me a jacket, or like to put over a dress when you have to dress up, just a cute little short like cardigan type jacket? Or what am I going to do? What am I going to do next? I saved all the pieces I had left, thinking that I might embellish some denim and do some different things with that. Maybe make a tote bag and put pockets out of that. Something. But this was my first endeavor in this kind of upcycling, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun. So I made a candle. I started a new embroidery. Did this. Had a lot of tips. And so today I got to get back to work, and I have a customer quilt that I need to get loaded and get quilted this afternoon, and I am so excited about it. It's got a purple back, and it's got this bright purple and red and green and yellow and blue and all the colors, and so neatly prepared. You know, everything is, all the threads are trimmed, and it's pressed perfectly, and I just can't wait to get it done for my friend Joan. So I'll have some pictures of that pretty soon too. And that was quick tips. But I hope you listen and follow a few of them, and let me know in the comments if they work, or let me know if you have ideas about things to make, or that you've made them and you're becoming really good at it, and you can give me some tips, because I love the comments. Also, I have another little tip thing I'm going to be posting soon about working with your long armor and picking threads. That's kind of become a thing for me lately, and I want to talk to you a little bit about that, but I'm not going to keep you any longer today. So stay tuned. There'll be some pictures and some information following. Check the drop down. Leave me a comment if you enjoyed seeing all my fun little stuff and having a little conversation, little break with your tea in your sewing room or whatever today. Give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. But what I really would like is comments, because I'm retired. My husband still works. Our empty nest is wonderfully quiet. So sometimes that's too quiet for me. So if you give me comments, I can talk just a little bit, even though you don't have to hear it anymore. So have a great week. I hope you get busy and upcycle something that you have. A pair of jeans, add some quilting fabric to it, or, you know, some pieced pockets or something, anything. And if you do, send me a picture. Have a great week. Bye.